put the book in his shop. And Feral, less tears than Stray Dogs. I'm gonna tell you what, Joe. I was a big fan of Stray Dogs, okay, because that Stray Dogs was was what it was, okay. It had the 1-2 punch serial killer, all that stuff, but Feral totally different. You can't compare the two. Feral now, Pierre, see if you can agree with me. Feral is Walking Dead with cats.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
last, I don't want to ruin last month's 2 months ago issue because the new one comes out this month. But what is going on now completely blew me away. I did not see that coming. And it's like, what the hell? And Lucky, in my opinion, the cat Lucky is like Negan. Okay, he. Am I right or wrong? He's like a female Negan. I'm like, a feline Negan. Excuse me. And it's like, what the hell? Jay Crandall. Jay
No
Crandall is.
spoilers, right?
I know. Yeah, Jay Crandall is my production
Yeah.
manager, stage manager for Alternate Reality Entertainment. What's up, boss? And Joe McDonald comes back. Lucky equals Negan. Yep. Yeah, he is. But the last issue, I was like, what? I cannot get out there. And Joe also says, Tony Fleece, Trisha Forrester, make it happen, someone. Yes, please. I want to get those caps. Pardon the pun. On
Right.
the show. Because Sophia's hooked. I'm hooked. Damn. It is the best book out there. So if
Yeah, it's so surprising. It's one of those things. Like if you just actually evaluate the book by its cover, you'll just be like, oh, it's just this cartoony kind of thing. No, don't judge it by its cover.
no.
It's that kind of thing, and that's what's so great nowadays. Like you can get these kinds of things out there, and it's just so fun. It's just
Do you think if we still had the Comics Code Authority, that a book like Sunder, a book like Feral, or even Stray Dogs would exist?
well, Sunder probably because it doesn't. I don't stray into the gore and horror
Yep.
yet. No spoilers. Uh, no, I have been saying it though. Like a lot of people ask because it's I didn't write this book to be a kid's book. I wrote
Mm,
this book because it's
mm.
something that I like. I really wanted to put everything that I like. I love horror. I love monsters and I love fantasy. So I just put everything in there. Obviously, I have animation sensibilities, so I don't necessarily go for full gore, but that like I, there is a sequence in the first volume where you're getting pretty gnarly to a degree. So
Yeah.
like, I don't
Okay.
shy from. I'm not going to shy from doing anything stuff like that. I think it's important. However, there are other books for sure that if the Comics Code was still around, um, you probably would only see it as like an underground kind of comic. It probably wouldn't get as wide a release as it does now,
Okay.
which I don't know. I think it's a shame.
I think it would be half an Image for crying out loud.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Pop would be one. Girls, when Girls came out, that would definitely be
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I don't know if you, Feral, Stray Dogs. Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Even Lady Killer. Oh my God, Lady Killer was amazing. If you were to work on Joe McDonald, we got to get to hold on one sec. Lewis, you got the contact info. Put us together, and I'll rack it. I have my own books and Tab's book in the store now. Okay, we'll hook you up with Joe. We'll get some
Cool.
Sunder
Yeah,
on Joe's shelf, definitely.
definitely.
The book is
Thank
Angry
you. I
Geeks
appreciate
approved.
it.
Yes, you're welcome. The book is Angry Geeks approved. The book is a cross between Bone and The Secret of Nim, is how I explained it in my review. Sophia, I can't quote her. I wish she was here. But she had definitely said, I forgot what she said. It was so long ago. But I'm not going to put words in her mouth. I'll let her come back when she comes back and she can actually say it. But I know she loved it because we were both talking about it. But I can't quote her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I can say and quote Sophia
Dingleberry time. Dingleberry.
and
That is such bad luck, Sophia.
that's the only thing I could say. It would be bad luck if I quoted Sophia.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair.
very fair. What style would you use for animating a project like Feral?
Yeah, it's funny you're talking about Secret of Nim, and it's so spot on. It's
Mhm.
got definitely those kinds of vibe. The was it An American Tale, like Five Goes West?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
these kinds of movies is exactly what I grew up with. I in a lot of panels during the conventions, I was mentioning the Black Cauldron from
Oh,
Disney as definitely one of those. It's like just it's got those elements of like really it starts like a sort of inoffensive story and got those dark elements to them, and just it's that yeah, that dark creepy vibe. So nowadays I don't know that it's something that would still that would be able to do it. There's less and less 2D animators that are able to pull that off, unfortunately. That would be really really fun. However, um, uh, I don't know. There's interesting ways that you could do 3D animation that nowadays makes it look in a 2D style. So it'd be probably interesting to kind of try and do that, because I don't think that the only 2D animation that you get a lot these days are a little bit more like the uh, either like cell shaded or sort of like these kind of like puppets kind of thing,
yeah.
which feels a little too janky to me. I would like it to be a little bit more fluid. So we'd probably have to go with something like that. A bit more
I
3D, but with a 2D feel. Although, if I had like everything available, I'd probably bring it to Europe. There's this well, they're pretty big right now. Like France is pretty big at doing the Minions movies, but they've got there's a studio that does still 2D animation, like old school 2D. So that would be really fun to bring it over there. It probably is so expensive to do, so I don't know that I'd get greenlit, but it would be so fun.
well, I tell you, I don't see Sunder anything but 2D.
Yeah,
I don't see it as 3D. And the reason saying because your style is based on 2D animation, so I don't see it. I can't see it any other way. I see
I'm
it
working
very
on some
done.
figures though, so we'll get a 3D feel for it. See what the character looks like in 3D.
Uh,
But I agree with you.
but
Like in
I
terms of
can't see
animation,
Gus. I can't see Gus in 3D. I just can't because it's like even Bone I can't see in 3D. It
yeah.
has to be 2D.
But see, Bone
No
was
other
supposed
way.
to get done.
Yeah.
Bone had a Netflix series that was supposed to get done, and I'm pretty sure Jeff Smith was most likely adamant on that same sort of feel because I think he was an animator to begin with,
Mhm.
so he most likely wanted something like that, and that may have been the reason why it was tanked also. So
Now, do you think you just stated that there is not enough
oh yeah.
2D animators? Do you think it's a dying form? Do you think there's not is it a dying form that no one's interested, or do you think that there is no skill level today because of AI? No, this is going to definitely put you under fire, and but no, I'm just being serious, and I want to turn that key a little bit
Yeah, yeah,
because we have a lot of old school artists. We have a lot of legends that watch the show. You know, we
yeah.
have Jose Pierre. We have a lot of legends. You know, so Joe, I want to know how you feel with your background in animation. How do you feel about the AI coming in? How do you feel about computer animated graphics? I'm personally, I would rather see 2D animation because I look at Transformers 1986. That's a classic. I'd
Yeah.
rather watch a Transformer movie like that than anything CGI or anything computer generated.
Yeah, I will say in defense of computer generated animation, when it's done well, there's some really, really great stuff. It's really, I find, and I don't know if it's a generational thing, but I do agree with you. There's really nothing that beats 2D animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like the heyday of 2D animation, when it was the way that it was done, the animations, like you just look at some animation passes that were done for some Disney movies, and it's astounding to think that it was a hand that used a pen on a paper to make these things come to life. I don't know that there's. I think that the skill set is still there, but I think the problem with that is just there's studios aren't pushing for that. So it's a matter of like, well, I'm sure that there's a lot of artists that would just jump at the chance. I have a few friends of mine that one of them is a storyboard artist. They used to do animation, and you had to do storyboards because of the lack of 2D animation. I
Mm-hmm.
worked on this movie. I don't even know if it's out yet. I don't know if it's even going to come out. It was the Toto, which was the Wizard of Oz, which
Yeah. What the hell? What is it based on? Do tell.
yeah. It was.
I'm a
It's
huge Oz
basically.
fan. I can't wait for the sequel to Wicked to come out. I'm a huge Wizard
I
of
know,
Oz
right?
fan.
So
So,
Toto is actually the Wizard of Oz from the perspective of Toto. So it's all
no way.
within his perspective. It was fully animated. I honestly don't know what's happened because I was early on in the production, and I know that it's gone through a bunch of revisions and whatnot. I think it's still supposed to come out at some point, but I don't know when. However, I know that for the first pass of the movie, when we did it, I had a bunch of uh, old school Disney animators doing storyboards for it. So they're still around. There's still like some great animators out there. It's just there's no work. There's no animated 2D
Okay.
films being done. There was that Looney Tune movie that came out. Was it during the summer? The Porky Pig. Um, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was that sort of like alien Looney Tunes movie that came out. That was fully 2D, but I don't think that it did all that well. So
I don't even know what the heck you're talking.
there
I
you go.
know. I know there's one with John Cena coming out, which is Acme, the Wile E. Coyote suing Acme, and that's
Right.
coming out. That is coming out, but that's live action mixed with
Yeah,
2D.
exactly.
Um,
So yeah,
and
it's too bad, but
it's
as,
no,
as
it's
far as
Duck
AI is
Dodgers, Joe. Duck Dodgers, not Dick
Dick
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
I think Joe. I think that was another movie that you watched, Dick Dodgers. Um, but no, uh, I think that was a movie that somebody left on somewhere. But definitely
Oh,
not
see,
Joe.
The Day the Earth Blew Up came out
What?
2024. The Day the Earth Blew Up,
I never even heard of
a Looney
that.
Tunes movie. Yeah. So see,
What
but
did
that's
they
the
do?
thing.
$3 in a movie theater?
Probably.
And Mango, thank you, Mango, one of the Angry
There you
Geeks
go.
mods. Thank you.
Yeah,
I should have had you in the studio, Mango, to help me tonight. The Day the Earth Blew Up in 2024. I did not know this movie until Google searching it just now. Yes, I mean, I never even heard of it
yeah.
either. Uh, Ben Hellman comes in. Ben, I saw your hello earlier. Thank you, Ben. Ben says it was a great
Oh
movie.
yeah. It had
Ben-
some classic animators and board artists working on that show, like guys from like old school 2D animation.
And Joe McDonald says he's right, starring Duck Dodgers. Yes, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Wow. I never even heard. Now I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look and see if you can find. It's probably on Tubi right now. I'm
Oh,
wondering.
it's probably still on one of the others. It's not quite yet on Tubi.
Hold on one
Soon,
second. And
soon, most likely.
Ben Hellman says the origin of Porky Pig stutter was very